Hello and welcome to Tina and Karen Do the Tube. I am Karen. Oh no, where's Tina? Tina couldn't be here for this week's podcast. Lovely. But I thought that was no reason to continue our series on the Hollywood Space Ferry Hollywood Love Story, Episode 1. That's Hollywood Love Story, so it's probably not going to see much of Riot anymore. But last week, Tina and I did a video where we actually watched the first half of this video, but we weren't able to finish it. We were on a time constraint. We couldn't do it. So we said we'd do it again. We do it on the next episode. I feel like I might be actually cutting Tina out of this experience, but there's always room for more content. So I am just going to persist without him. A little bit about my week. Things have been good. I have a friend who I would honestly like to discuss about. It's interesting enough. He's one of these guys who, I don't know how to put it. He's angry, but he's not sure why he's angry, and he's hoping that I can explain to him why he's angry. It's kind of the most bizarre friendship one I have, but anyways, so I am the surrogate for all Trump supporters to this guy, and I am to answer for every crime conservatives have ever done. So he sends me an interview with Tucker Carlson and Viktor Orban. Now, I told him I'm not a fan of Tucker Carlson. I don't hate him. I just he continues to think that I'm this huge Tucker Carlson fanboy. I've never watched Tucker Carlson's show one time ever. I don't hate him, but I also don't watch him. I'm not a fan of his. I don't like it. And what I have said to him in the past, which makes him think that I'm a huge Tucker Carlson fan, is that I've seen him in one or two interviews on different podcasts, like the Adam Carolla Show and the Ben Shapiro Show, and in those interviews, I told him, I like what Tucker's got to say, but that's not a ringing endorsement of the guy. It's basically just saying from the little I've seen of him, I like. Could he be a complete asshole? Maybe. But the point is, he got so mad about this interview he did with the Hungarian prime minister or president, I don't know how it works over there, Viktor Orban. And he just says, this interview is exactly why I hate the Republican Party. I mean, how could you defend this interview? Yada, 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 yada. So, what I did, as I think any natural person would do, is if someone comes up to you and says what did you see that interview? I mean, oh my God, it's so controversial. Why the and I'd be like, okay, so what's the first thing a rational person would question? He's like, or think about doing. He's like, I got to see this interview. I mean, that's the first thing that you would do if it's so controversial. So I did. I went out. I watched the interview between Tucker Carlson and Viktor Orban, and what I saw was, an interview. I didn't see any point where it was really controversial. So I came back to him and I said, okay, so what exactly from this interview are you upset about? What bothered you and what was controversial? And he responds with, oh, I didn't watch it. What the hell kind of world do we live in? You're outraged about an interview you didn't even watch. It's just it's so injection. It's just he was injected with the anger and he wanted me to respond. I guess he thought that why even interview Viktor Orban? I don't know, because Tucker Carlson's a journalist and he's trying to get a story. I don't fucking care if he was interviewing Putin or interviewing Kim Jong-un. If you have the chance to do that as a journalist, here's the thing. As Tina and Karen Do the Tube, if we get a chance to interview Kim Jong-un, we're doing it. I don't know what to say. We're doing it. Of course, we're a tiny channel. 17 subscribers and still growing, so hit the like button and subscribe. But if we get that chance ever, I'm taking it. And it's not it's not unethical. Is kind of what I want to get at. It's not unethical because I would say it's unethical if you sort of kiss the ass of the person that you're supposed to be critiquing. if you don't want to ask the person you're interviewing in those sort of situations any difficult questions, you just want to kiss their ass. Yeah, it's not journalism. It's just propaganda. But that's how I kind of feel about the American media. The American media would rather ask Joe Biden, like, what's your favorite ice cream flavor than how did you leave $85 billion worth of military-grade equipment in Afghanistan without, like, any sort of plan to get it out? Like, come on. It's fucking ridiculous. And I'm not saying that, like, the media is not, like, harping in on Biden. Finally, I feel like Biden's approval rating is in the shitter because he's finally getting asked difficult questions. He's got to answer up for a very bad foreign policy fiasco, but that's not why we're here. We're not here to discuss any big issues like that. We're here to react to a space ferry. So in our last podcast, we watched the first half of this video, and I'm going to take off kind of where we left off and react to the rest of the video for y'all. Okay? So, where we left off, Riot, the chick with the green hair here. She's the up-and-coming. She's going to change the world with her music. But I haven't seen how she's going to do it yet. Mostly it just seems like a lot of Instagram, like fame sort of stuff. It's seeking fame through Instagram. And we're going to... I'm curious about this. This video, all rights to Vice. I am just doing a commentary reaction to it. That's all I'm going to say. But let's see what they have to say.
Wait, I'll do it again.
So when you're singing, I want you to breathe more.
Living in my space station.
No, that...
My rabbit's outside. I don't know if my wife knows that she left the rabbit outside. Because she's in the other room, like, drawing. And we kind of, I don't know. I might have to pause this video just to get him because he's tried to run away in the past. We're going to give it a quick thing. That voice is so terrible. I don't know how she's going to change the world with this voice.
That was good.
Or this music. That was good.
When I engineer Riot's vocals, I try to, like, you know, bring it out of earth almost. I try to, like...
All right, I think we watched this last...
I think we watched this in the last
video.
What is this?
This t-shirt? This is Anthony's t-shirt. Well, we got a pair of...
All right, I gotta have to
right
clip this
here,
part
and
out
it looks
because
like she's
my rabbit's
rolling up.
running for the gate. I gotta
Looks
bring it
like
back in. Hey, everyone. This is Peppy. He's my bunny. And he was getting a little frisky out there, so I just gotta bring him back in. Say hello, Peppy. Say hello to the world. Hi. Hi. Okay, it's okay. Here, go back in your pen. There we are. We let him outside into our backyard so he can roam around and get some exercise a lot of the time, but usually I like to be out there with him just to make sure he doesn't get into real trouble. All right. So we saw this guy in the last part.
Between the whole thing is kind of...
Let's skip ahead just a little bit.
He took the photo?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, of this photo.
That's amazing. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, you should talk to him.
We do things for the art. We think about the money afterwards. No, we have not made the amount of money back.
We think about the money afterwards. Okay, so are they going to tell me that they are legitimately shooting this woman for the beauty of a woman's body, or are they just trying to say sex sells? I'm not going to doubt their motives, but yeah, I am.
Back that we've invested in the app, but we have started making money from the first day.
By the way, this is just sparkling water. I don't drink this early on a Saturday.
And so I thought, let's offer creators this space where they can come free of inhibition and they can get all of that creativity out.
So I'm currently living at my apartment in Silver Lake. It's a tight situation. I mean, it's pretty stressful for me. I'm praying and hoping that soon my situation will change, because I can just like be in like a creative space and I could just record my music all day and just focus on that.
God, let's say I have a lot of appreciation for this whole music lifestyle. But it's the combination. I think that those artists, if you're gonna suffer for your art, you got to suffer for your art. I don't like the idea that you can sort of try to make money and fame from your art. Now, if money and fame comes to you, then all the better. But like when you're going to sacrifice everything for your art, you got to basically own that, I would say.
I feel like I'm appreciated here. Like people in New York, like they looked at me as if like they didn't know whether they should like me.
Macaroni and cheese, roast beef, shrimp, and zucchini. But there's still salmon and rice. Hollywood is not fake, but it's just not as honest. The way that everyone moves in New York is a little more real.
I'm not going to disagree with her. I think like between LA and New York would probably have a lot more real. New York is much more in your face and just like tell you exactly what they're thinking. Oh, actually, I'm not disagreeing with anything what she says. LA is fake in the same way I would say my own city of Seattle is kind of fake. For those who do not know, if you never been to Seattle, what we have is here it's called the Seattle Chill or the Seattle Freeze. What that means is it's not that it's that cold. I think New York and Boston are much colder than Seattle. And definitely places like Minneapolis or something, or Detroit. It's the idea that people in Seattle are so introverted that it's really hard to make friends in Seattle. It's not a friendly city, no matter what you've heard. It's a polite city. No one's going to go out of their way to offend you, but no one's going to go out of their way to befriend you either. That's what's known as the Seattle Freeze. I've always made the joke, the West Coast is polite but not friendly. The Midwest is friendly but not polite. And the East Coast, like the Northeast, like New York and the Philadelphia and all that, neither friendly nor polite.
LA in general is the perfect place for Riot. Because anywhere else, I don't think they would take her as serious.
Here in LA, people are like, you're so cool. Like, wow, like I want to be your friend. Even if it's fake, it's still like they're still reaching out. It's just like, it's cool.
Even if it's fake, at least they're reaching out. You admitted it's completely phony. What? Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just don't like when people get used. I just don't.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up.
Go ahead.
I gotta get the towel up. I'm having a listening party, and I would love for everybody to come. And I'm gonna play my songs on my EP. Is everybody down to come? We're gonna just drink, have fun, dance, shake ass, twerk.
She's really skinny. I don't think twerking really goes for her, but okay.
The roommate dynamic is like, no one's like fake. No one hides how they feel. Everyone's just like, I didn't like that.
Let's see if Phyllis is on. Oh, I can't do it. Shoot. Hold on. I want to see if I can bring Phyllis onto our discussion. Let's see if he's online. Oh, shoot. He's not. No, he's not even there. Did he unfriend me? Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. He's not there anymore. Let's see, pending invites. I guess it's not really that necessary. Let's get back to the video.
And no one kind of hides it. It's just like, that's just what it is.
Would you guys be like willing to like help me promote the party, like on social media, you know? Instagram.
Yeah. Riot's my real friend. So if she ever asks me a question, I'm gonna tell her the truth. I'm gonna be honest. And she might like it and she might not like it, but I'm not gonna lie because that's not what friends do.
Cheers to positivity, love, being in control of your mind.
You don't wanna surround yourself with
I fucking don't like toast like that. It's nothing that she's saying. I get the sense it's phony. It's sort of positive words to let the group know how poignant and wise and forward thinking you are, I guess. But a lot of the times it comes off as fake because they don't live their principles.
Well, yes, man. You're not gonna get anywhere because everything's gonna be a yes.
I'd rather have somebody tell you my shit is whack than tell me my shit is cool and then walk out the room and say my shit was whack. Just tell me, man.
Cheers. I love you guys. Wait, do you guys love me?
Cheers.
Wait, hello, do you guys love me?
Yeah. What?
And tell me straight up that you love me.
I love you, Riot. You know you're crazy. Every idea is not always a yes. Sometimes it could be a no, or it could be a yes, but let's tweak it. You know, like, and I'm always gonna be honest and tell her.
I've always loved music. When I was a little girl, I looked up to Madonna so much, and she was a huge inspiration to me. My mom and Michael Jackson grew up with each other and were best friends
Holy
since
crap.
they were 13. He was literally one of a kind. No one like him. I miss him. I feel really lucky with everything that
Is this
happened
Paris
with me in
Hilton?
music.
I can't remember.
And now I see
it
a
looks
lot
like
of
her.
kids moving here to become musicians. It's a tough business.
Yeah.
A lot of people come and go. Just people who are in the industry. Maybe they have like a year, a few years. I've seen a lot of people crash and burn.
Am I agreeing with Paris Hilton? I didn't think that day would come. I think she's actually saying stuff that some people really need to hear. Kanga House.
Well, I'm gonna get ready for my show tonight. And
What happened to her eyebrows? Did she not have eyebrows before? What the fuck? What happened? Am I crazy?
April? April is a really good friend of mine. She's just there for me.
I met Riot probably a year ago through a mutual friend.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ, no. How? I'm getting to the point where I'm old and I look at her and I don't think like, oh yeah, she's hot. I mean, she is. But I'm getting to the point where I almost think of her as like more of a daughter than I think of her as like some sex symbol. My God.
I actually had a
3,000
situation where
3,000 followers. Why are they doing that? They're showing us the followers.
I
Jesus
had to
Christ.
leave the house I was staying, and her roommates were giving her like a week to leave the house that she was at. We slept in the car together quite a few times. Got blankets, cracked the windows, wake up,
Good music.
found somewhere to shower, and started our
Modelo,
day,
yeah.
like all over again. We were in it with each other.
Okay. I was very disappointed to find out those were fake ears, prosthetics.
I'm doing this pay gig tonight. It's at this club called Union, and I'm expecting greatness.
Oh, God.
There's nothing like that feeling of expressing yourself in front of thousands of people.
I would really like to get DJ Minor back on this podcast. DJ Minor we interviewed several months ago. The whole music scene I appreciate. Not that I'm a big part of it. I'm not a big music guy. I kind of listen to the classic rock. I like AC/DC and Led Zeppelin and Creedence or whatever. But I mean, I appreciate the music scene, the people who live that lifestyle. I would love to be able to get Minor back on the podcast.
It's 7?
So, Lucy, if you're listening to this podcast, please reach out. Talk to Tina. We can do it.
It just, honestly,
No.
I know this might sound cocky, but I don't listen to my music often because it gives me anxiety because it's so good
This is just colored water.
to me. And I feel like, wow, you know what I mean? That was really cocky, but I really don't care.
The end's right here.
Okay, yeah, we gotta go through the back.
What the? Okay.
I'm worried about the show because I'm afraid people won't show up.
Uh-huh.
And I don't want to perform for 2 people in the audience again, like I've been doing my whole life. If I
Ugh.
don't get the energy back that I'm giving, then I'm gonna walk off stage and leave out the building, and that's gonna be that. Yeah, but there's nobody here.
Huh?
I said you guys made it in, but there's nobody here. If it does not get cut in, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off right now.
We gonna get these.
I know, but I feel like, you know what it is? I'm tired of performing for nobody. Because I'm better than that. I don't deserve that. I deserve a crowd.
The fan base was kind of like low, which was weird because we expected like more of her friends to show up.
Everybody in this entire building needs to be in the middle of the floor when I perform. If not,
It's a low turnout. That is painful sometimes.
I'm gonna have an attitude, and I'm about to be a bitch, seriously, because 9:30.
Riot was pretty anxious that night. Could have went better. I feel like stuff was a little bit disorganized. You know, they didn't even have a DJ for her.
Where's the DJ? Where the is the DJ? Literally, like, who knows how to DJ? Anybody knows how to DJ? What the
Please leave your message for
Like,
She's drinking before she's going on stage? That's not a good move. Could be a good move. One of two things. Like, either she needs the courage to go on stage, but I don't think she needs to be sloppy. I mean, just saying.
her housemates said they would be there to support her, but what can I say about that? I feel like maybe she just felt like alone. Maybe like her friends didn't believe in her as much as she did.
I'm like hassling with the audience, like I'm pretty much begging them to come to the front. I just would appreciate if everyone from the back would just please come to the front right now. Honestly, seriously, and truly. Thank you so much. Like, I would appreciate it if you guys can just all like come. There's nobody really here. I brought my friends out. This is pretty embarrassing on my part.
No.
I don't know, people were just, they didn't really know what to expect. They just see a girl green here on stage. Listen, you guys, I'm sorry, but...
Okay, we've heard her music when there's no auto-tune or anything, and she's not that good. I'm wondering what's going on now that she's having kind of this freak out on stage.
I feel like I'm giving too much energy and you guys are dead.
There's like there's almost no one in the crowd. I mean, like she really. Oh my God! Oh, this is painful. Let's watch.
This track is dead. Please, you guys, literally just like be yourself. No one's judging you. Like, jump around and have fun.
Oh my God! Oh, that's painful. That's painful to watch. It really is. Ugh. It's just when. Like, fun should just, like, come through you. It just feels natural. If someone tells you to have fun, that's not what's going to, like, do it. I'm trying to think of a good example, but, like, I mean, like it's almost like the kid who's shy at the party, who's not enjoying themselves. You can't just say, have fun. Actually, well, that's not even a good example, because I think a lot of times I feel like a shy kid at the party is usually someone who is wanting someone to reach out to them because they don't know how to socialize. They don't know how to start the interaction, so they're hoping someone reaches out to them. This isn't that. This is like a room full of socially cognizant people who just know what's going on and is just awkwardly just trying to avoid it. Like no one is like introverted or shy in this group. They came here wanting to have a good time. And in other words, she's not delivering, so she's begging them to just have fun. Oh my God. It's painful. And she goes back to the alcohol. Not good. All those platform shoes, not good. And there's only another, like how, I was expecting a much bigger group. I mean, like, have you ever been to a club? There's a lot more than this. Not pandemic. But, like, pre-pandemic, yeah, there were bigger groups than this.
I'm begging.
Oh, just do the set. Just please. No,
People,
Ryan.
like, they kind of don't hang out with you if you don't have clout. They don't hang out with you if you're not, like...
With you. I don't like that. But she's right. It's all phony.
On the scene. It's a Hollywood thing. Welcome to LA, and everybody's okay with it because that's just how things are, apparently.
To not be here on my big night, yo, that's just, it's not right. Everybody in the house, bro, since I've been there, I've been to everybody's set. So for you to not be here on my big night, it's not fair. Like, it hurt.
Why didn't you go to the listening party?
I couldn't get there. I literally couldn't get there. I was trying so hard, but I couldn't get there. I was waiting.
She's the one who told us earlier that everyone in LA is a phony. She's in fucking LA. Why do I trust anything she says? Seriously.
Waiting for someone to bring me the money so I could get my car there, and I just couldn't get there.
It was terrible.
Oh, poor girl. Oh, my girl's hurt.
I'm looking at this picture.
No.
I can feel the exact feeling I felt at this very moment. Peace and love. Feelings of me growing in all that I'm doing.
And also just not giving a flying what anyone has to say.
Why does it keep going back to Paris Hilton?
Say about me anymore. Love it.
Who wants to stay stagnant in life? No one. Evolution is key. God is the source. Amen.
I don't know what to make of this girl. I really don't. I mean, I feel sorry for her. I almost feel like she's been lied to for a long time. For one, like, the talent... I don't know. What does my audience think? Please leave in the comments. Do you think that persistence alone will triumph over talent? She seems to be genuinely wanting to create good music, good art. But we heard back in the middle of this video, at the beginning of this video, it was screechy. She doesn't have a good voice. Her lyrics are very basic, and the music, it's the DJ. The DJ gets all the credit. I mean, like, if you basically write no lyrics, you can't sing, and you're relying on the DJ to make you sound good, what makes you different and not interchangeable? What makes you so that we can't just swap you out, put in a carbon copy of you, and it's going to be the exact same product? I just feel like that she's been lied to. I don't know where her parents were in this situation. I feel like the parents probably were encouraging, but not realistic. That's a difficult one too. What if you had a kid who, God bless him, that's always the thing you say right before you're about to shit on someone, but God bless his heart. What do you say to someone who has no talent but has all the drive? Don't go for it? Like, it's terrible to say something like that because it squashes their dreams. And what are you without hope, right? But at the same time, like the loving people in your life don't want to see you heartbroken, depressed, and like destitute. It's a really difficult one. I gotta think about this some more. I really should. Let's finish out this video. This might have been the last fucking part.
I played empty shows before, you know. I play these festivals and I play empty shows. It's a build up, you know. You got to start somewhere.
You got to start with empty clubs.
And with those experiences, you get to build into your artistry. Because I'm not going to keep putting out the same music, or I'm not going to keep performing the same way if I keep getting the same reaction. So if I change my music and I get a better reaction, then maybe that's the way I should go. And hopefully she learns from that too.
I want her to go to Japan so bad. I feel like
Japan would be good. I want to go to Japan.
Like, if she goes to Japan, she's just gonna blow.
You encouraged her to go to LA because New York wasn't working for her, so she went to LA. LA wasn't working for her, so now you want her to go to Japan. I mean, at what point do you just acknowledge her and not the atmosphere, not the environment? At what point? Is that what you got to do? You got to basically sort of lie to them and pass the buck down the road or something? I'm not sure if I'm getting the expression completely right. Doesn't matter.
She has the look, the sound.
She does have a look. She's very attractive. And I love the ears. But the sound, we haven't heard much of her music. That's the one thing I'm really surprised to hear.
Attitude. I think that Japan is definitely better for her than Hollywood.
Okay, you guys, I'm finally moving out of my apartment, and I can't believe it. Now I gotta focus on myself and my energy. I just have so many clothes, and I don't even, like, I mean, I knew I had a lot of clothes, but like, damn. I remember when I literally used to have no clothes.
For what it's worth, everything that's being said, I want to really emphasize that I do appreciate the music lifestyle. The getting by, the struggling, and the adventure. Even if this girl, 10 years from now, has abandoned her music and has gotten some 1 in a million job, I don't know, customer service or selling insurance or something like that. Even if she's got that, she's got the adventure of her youth, and it shaped who she would be. So, kudos to her, and she doesn't seem too old. I mean, she's got the energy and the experience, the youth. I think that she should go for it. Yeah, but at the same time, I'm just saying, We didn't see a lot of her actual musical ability in these videos, and I just don't know.
Like, none.
None.
I was wearing the same shit every day. I'm thankful.
Stop with the platform shoes. Stop lying about your height.
Because I move when I don't have shit. I love them all to death, but I feel like it's about that time, you know? Like, I feel like I've outgrown them in some ways. Today, I'm off to Kanga. This is my suitcase.
Canada. She said Canada or Kanga?
Just an update for you guys. I'm packing my shit. I'm getting the out. It's time to go. Start a new chapter in my life.
Where's she going? Canada? She really just leaving?
Just to be honest, my phone bill is $500. My rent is due. I have $0 in my account. I have to understand that this life is not necessarily my life. I'm living for God. And I don't necessarily have to like worry about how I'm gonna eat, how I'm gonna have clothes in my back, how I'm gonna pay my rent, because I didn't ask to come in this world. He put me here for a reason, so that means that he's gonna provide my every need.
Well, she's a person of faith. I can respect that a lot.
That's why I have to like remind myself constantly to just like stay in faith and know that whatever is meant to be will be. It's only for your greater good.
It's all for the greater good. Good attitude. Good attitude. I love the ears.
In this town, a lot of people will tell you how great you are. And maybe they're right. Maybe you are great.
Hello?
I don't know if she is.
Anybody home? Hello?
Or maybe people like you for a different reason than the one you want them to like you for.
This is why I tell people to avoid these big major cities. These aren't communities. These are a bunch of individuals who are trying to use you. Find community. Where are you going to find community? Your family, for one. Your friends. This everyone using each other. That's the part that bothers me. And I feel like that is very typical you can find in major cities. It's not a community in major cities. Small towns, you have community. Neighborhoods in a semi-small city, you got community. A big city, there's no community. I don't think so. I don't really think so. I could be wrong. I've never lived in a really big city before. But I almost see that to my benefit. But you know what? I should reach out to some of my friends. I got a lot of people who live in the big cities. Seattle. Nowhere else, really. I got some friends that live in Houston now, I guess. By the way, we might want to bring one on for a discussion. But I'm not a big fan of the major cities because I feel like you can't grow a community in a major city because everyone is just an individual seeking their own ends.
Hi.
She's pretty.
You're home.
And he looks like a crackhead. Just saying. Really skinny.
So be careful who you trust and never stop believing in yourself.
You know, Paris Hilton, I don't know if she wrote any of these lines she's saying, but she's actually got some wisdom there. There's a lot of poignancy. She understands it. But she is also one of those fake-looking people I've ever seen. She is the picturesque of what I imagine LA to be. So. Someone wrote for her. Executive producer Paris Hilton. Okay, guys, that's Meeting a Hollywood Space Fury, Hollywood Love Story, Episode 1. I don't know if we're going to follow through with Riot or if they're going to change to a different up-and-coming star or not. I didn't see much of the space fairiness there. It's mostly just trying to make it as a musician. But she does have a particular look that made her interesting. But we didn't see almost anything about the music. There was a little part there in the middle where we got to hear her sing a little bit, and it wasn't very good. So This is the problem with trying to sell a product rather than art. It becomes about the image. It becomes about the brand, not about the actual product, for lack of a better word, about the music. So, I don't make good music. I'm not a great musician. I play a little bit of banjo. I play a little bit of keyboard. I do the harmonica better than most. But I'm not a musician. I'm not musically inclined. One of my downsides. The only downside, really. Anyways, sorry that Tina couldn't be here for the last part of this video. Once again, there's tons of content out there. You're going to see plenty more from me and Tina. It's just he is really busy these days. He's not like me. He's a productive member of society. He owns a business. I'm not a business owner. So that means he works a lot, and it's very rare when he gets days off. And when he gets days off, it's not like he can basically pal around with me very often. I've been thinking about this whole throughout this whole video that I should probably just reach out to him. I want to go up to Seattle and hang out with him because it's been a while. It's been a long while. I can't remember like when we last hung out. It was the pandemic, and it was 2020. I don't know. It's been like almost a year since we actually hung out in person. So, all right. I don't have any closing thoughts. For Tina and Karen, do the tube. I am Karen. Stay safe and stay hydrated. We love y'all.